This week marks 8 years since an NDSU student went missing and was found dead in Moorhead. Tom Beerson was a freshman at the university back in 2014 when he went missing after a party. He was then found days later in a Moorhead RV park.
No suspects have been arrested and police have not released any new information. Now, in previous conversations, Beerson's parents in Sartell, Minnesota, say they are hopeful that one day they will have answers. New this morning, a federal grand jury has indicted a Minnesota man accused of threatening to kill a U.S. senator. 35-year-old Brendan Doherty of Coon Rapids is in jail in Elk River. Court records do not identify the senator other than to say they do not represent Minnesota. The indictment alleges that Doherty left 2 threatening voicemail messages at the senator's field office in June.
Now the FBI says Doherty told them he made the calls because the senator's remarks on gun control and that he wants politicians to feel pressured. Court records show he was convicted in 2018 of threatening to burn down a Pearl Vision store in Maple Grove and harm the employees inside because he was mad that he owed $80 for a pair of replacement glasses. The North Dakota Attorney General says 4 officers who shot and killed 35-year-old Andrew Martinez during a standoff in Mapleton were justified in their actions and will not face criminal charges.
In body cam footage released yesterday, you can see Martinez come out of the home with an AR-15 rifle and then point it at Fargo officers. The 4 then fired their weapons, killing Martinez.
I feel that everyone on the scene did the best that they could to try to resolve this situation without anyone getting hurt. We tried to do what we could to bring this to a peaceful conclusion.
The Martinez family says they wish more would have been done to protect Andrew, and they say they recognize the effort made to peacefully resolve the terrible situation that day. But knowing that Andrew was in crisis, they say they wish more would have been done to prevent the shooting overall.
A Moorhead man accused of shooting a couple and their unborn child in Fargo last November is now pleading not guilty. Anthony Reese is charged with murders at the Composite America factory on 27th Street North in Fargo. The shootings happened just minutes after coworkers say Reese was fired. 43-year-old Richard Pittman and 32-year-old April Carbone were killed. Carbone was 35 weeks pregnant. A witness told officers that Pittman and Reese were in an altercation on the factory floor earlier that day.
We have an update to a deadly hit and run we told you about yesterday right here on the Valley Today. Court documents say a man called 911 and then admitted that he hit 18-year-old Kaylor Ellingson of Grace City, North Dakota with a vehicle because he says he was being threatened. 41-year-old Shannon Brandt allegedly told dispatchers that the two had been in a political argument. Brandt is charged with criminal vehicular homicide and leaving the scene of a crash involving injury or death.
A Spirit Lake, North Dakota man is going to prison for 30 years for producing and distributing child pornography.
Police were tipped off to the case involving Johnson Tullifson. You see him there on your screen after using the website Tumblr, reporting that the user uploaded child porn in December of 2019. He produced child pornography in Dilworth involving a toddler and distributed it to other Tumblr users.
Just about 6:53 on this Tuesday morning. Let's get a check of your forecast out there. Lisa, nice to see the sun rising here.
Yeah, we are going to enjoy a pretty sunrise throughout much of the valley. I'm showing you Devil's Lake sky cam here because we're closer to that area of rain and cloud cover that's been moving through. Still getting some of that sunrise breaking through, and we have been on the dry side in Devil's Lake. But as we take a look at your radar right now, we are looking at the potential for a few sprinkles there. And just north of town, you can see those showers right along the border area. The rest of us enjoying clear skies. We'll get a better view of that sunrise. And a closer view here, you can see there are some places where we've got some yellow showing up, indicating that we are seeing more moderate rainfall happening in some of these spots in northeastern North Dakota and stretching over into parts of northwest Minnesota. Over time, that should weaken a bit. We'll see more sprinkles today, but out at the bus stop in those places this morning, you may want that umbrella here to start off. Otherwise, we've got sunshine, temperatures starting mainly in the 50s and some low 60s, so pretty comfortable out there. Afternoon, look how beautiful it's going to be in Fargo, 76 degrees. Most of us in the south will be enjoying temperatures in the 70s for one more day. The wind picks up though out of the north, gusting into some mid-20s, and then by the end of the week, well, we already know this, big changes. Rain and temperatures only in the 50s on Friday, so be ready for it and enjoy today.
Feeling a lot more like fall as the calendar says it.
Yeah, you know, on fall, we're looking at some places only staying in the 50s, and that'll be the first time in a while. So, yeah, perfect timing.
All right, thank you for the update. Fargo city leaders are working to shave off some dollars in the cost of next year's budget, but the proposal could still mean taxpayers will have to fork out even more money. The city's original plan for next year exceeded $113 million, but city leaders were able to cut costs thanks to employee health insurance decreases. After crunching the numbers, the budget projection dropped to just $111 million.
But taxpayers could face increases in utility costs and property taxes. Under the proposal, water bills would go up by about $2.50. The current city mill levy is also anticipated to increase, and that would mean the property taxes would go up as well.
Given the current tax rate, I'm going to be paying over $300 a month just to pay my property taxes. There may come a point where I may not even have the money to pay off the property taxes and stay in my house, which I have paid for.
The City Commission is expected to make their final vote on the budget on October 3rd.
Also, public safety in downtown Fargo was sparking conversations among the City Commission and neighbors in that area. Now, some people who live there say they have seen a significant increase in people experiencing homelessness, substance abuse, and a mental health crisis, and they are now roaming the downtown streets.
Many also say they no longer feel safe even just being downtown.
Someone threatened me because they wanted to have my shirt, and I wouldn't give them my shirt.
Right now, the perception is our downtown is not safe. What's going on now is not acceptable. We have, on a daily basis, harassment of the law-abiding citizens of Fargo.
Community activists and city leaders say more needs to be done to help those going through a crisis, including setting aside money within the city budget. Fargo City Commissioners are signing off on a plan to demo a house that's been a problem for years. It's at 924 5th Street South near Hawthorne Elementary School. The two-story home has been declared a dangerous building because of issues with trash, plumbing, broken windows, and even fire damage.
Neighbors say the worst part is that police have been called to that address 550 times since 2018.
There are neighbors all over my neighborhood that will tell you stories about finding needles in their yards and watching them doing drug deals in the alleys. I don't know what you can do, but this all has to stop.
Now the home is set to be demolished by November 18th. We have a reminder for you this morning about some new road projects in West Fargo. It could slow down your drive. Starting this morning, eastbound 13th Avenue from 3rd to 6th Streets East will be down to one lane for underground repair work. That project should take about 2 weeks.
Also starting today, concrete repairs on 9th Street East will impact your commute through mid-November. Watch out for intermittent lane reductions between 2nd and 13th Avenues during the work week. This job expected to wrap up around November 19th. Well, buying your first home can be a huge milestone in your life, but it could also be a little easier with a helping hand.
Maybe a little inspiration as well. The Parade of Homes is back and showcasing 37 different homes for home buyers in the Valley, or those just looking to get some cool ideas. And the Valley Today's Jillian Trudeau joins us at one of the homes. Good morning, Jillian.
Good morning, guys. Yes, I'm at one of the 37 homes that are going to be displayed on the 22nd annual Fall Parade of Homes this year. So if you just take a look around, I'm at home number 28. It's gorgeously set up here. And like you said, Jordan, there's lots of inspiration to take from this. So earlier this morning, I talked with Karina Carlson, who said that this is comparable to the Super Bowl of builders. So there's 37 homes, like I said, in 4 communities and 17 different builders. It started last weekend, and now we're going into this upcoming weekend will be their last weekend that they'll be showing these houses. So if you want more information about the parade, you can go to paradefm.com.
All right, sign me up for that house.
It's stunning this morning. Thank you so much for that live look at all of the up-and-coming updates in the home buying future, Jillian.
In our consumer alert this morning, here on your Fast Track, check your freezer for a frozen meal by Healthy Choice. It's being recalled. It's especially important if you're allergic to milk. The Korean-style beef is now part of the line of Power Bowls.
Changing gears now, a Texas-based frozen food storage and repackaging facility says the labels don't have a warning that the meals contain milk. There have been no reports of anyone getting sick, though. All right, check this out. One of LA's most iconic tourist attractions is getting ready for its close-up. The 45-foot-high Hollywood sign will be pressure washed and painted as part of its makeover for its 100th anniversary next year.
And now that sign originally read Hollywood Land. It served as an outdoor ad for real estate development until 1949.
Check that out.
Yeah, cool. Every time I say that word, I think of, American Idol when you go through, you're going to Hollywood.
Yes. I wish it still said Hollywood Land.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Anyway, thanks for joining us here at the Today Show on CBS Mornings right after this.